Okay, hi. I'm gonna be talking about beauty today. I was just like looking on the internet, and you know how you just type in stuff and it like pops up, and then one of the things I just typed in why, or why am I, or something like that, and then something popped up and it said, why am I so ugly? And so I was like, oh, I'm gonna look at this and just see what comes up. And I did, and I went. There was the first link I saw was a Yahoo answers thing, and this 12-year-old girl, she was like, why am I so ugly? I posted a picture of myself, like a new profile picture, and one of my friends was like, oh my god, she's so ugly behind my back, but I could still see it because it was on her Facebook, but she thought I couldn't see it. And she posted like 3 pictures of herself. I mean, yeah, when you're young, you're awkward, but you're not ugly. You're just really awkward. I was really awkward. But I just felt, it was so depressing because at the end of it, she's like, I hate myself. I hate the way I look. Can you give me some makeup tips? And I'm like, why would someone tell you that? That is the most like nastiest thing ever. This is my rule. Never make fun of someone because they're ugly or fat, because you know what usually happens? They usually turn into a freaking goddess, and then you end up like a freaking fat potato. So don't do it, because it will just come back to bite you. And that person will become hot, and you'll be like, because I used to be really ugly. Like, I still think I was ugly. But I could look at a picture and be like, what the? But I think I got better looking. No, I don't think I'm like a model or anything, but I feel like I look better than I used to. So yeah. And I hate when people call themselves, like, I understand you want to feel like, oh, I'm beautiful. But if you're like, I'm beautiful, like, no, don't call yourself on beautiful. You need to show, don't be like, oh my god, I'm so pretty. Like, no, you're not. If you do that, I automatically lose respect for you. You can be like, I feel beautiful today. As in, like, I'm feeling confident, I feel pretty. But that's just in your mind, not out loud where everyone can hear it. It's okay if someone compliments you and you're like, oh my god, you look so pretty today. And you're like, oh, thanks, you too, or whatever you want to say. I mean, don't be like rude or anything. Be like, oh, thanks, not you. But still, you know what I mean. But it's just really sad that there's like little girls out there who have such looks, confidence, like self-esteem and everything. Because I was like that. But I wasn't nearly as bad. I was kind of carefree. I was just like, ugly, don't care. Well, actually I cared, but I didn't really know I was ugly. I thought I was kind of cute, but then I go back and I look at my pictures and I'm like, ew. But yeah, and don't ever like worry about looks until you're like after age 14, because once you turn 14, then puberty should start kicking in. You should start looking a little bit different. I'm sitting in my bathroom. It's really awkward, I just realized. Hello, shower. So yeah, and it really broke my heart. I'm like, that is depressing. You can't just, what? No, but, yeah. And I never understood the whole beauty thing. Like, life is not a freaking fashion, beauty, makeup, hair contest. You can be, like, really not that great looking, and you can still find true love, have a bunch of cute babies and everything. Like, don't judge, because you know what? One day you're going to regret being mean to them. Like, I remember my friend, she wasn't really my friend, but she didn't act like it. I thought she was, but she wasn't. She told me, she was like, you're really weird looking, and once you get into middle school and high school, you're going to get beat up. And I'm like, okay. But you know what's really funny? Like, I find it hysterical. I'm more socially accepted than she is. And I'm happier than she is. I'm just assuming. Because, I mean, I don't want to sound... Because I love everybody. Don't get me wrong. I love everybody, and I love everyone in the world. Almost everyone. Not the evil people, but... She's a social outcast, pretty much. Her and her friends. She used to cut herself, and I felt bad about this, but I was just like, it just shows that I feel like I'm a stronger person. And honestly, I feel like she was doing it for attention. Don't get me wrong, I still think it's bad, but like I feel like a lot of people do it for attention, because she'd do it like right here, and then she'd sit like this, and I'm like, can you not? Like, seriously, like, if you really were in pain, you wouldn't show it to the whole entire world. Like, I understand you want help or something, but I honestly think she was doing it for attention, so, you know, whatever. But I don't know. Some girls are mean. Don't ever listen to girls. Girls are evil. Guys can be jerks, but there's a lot of guys that they're like, wow, you're really pretty. And I'm like, I'm not wearing makeup and I look really bad. And they're like, no, you look pretty today. But that never really happens. It only happened like twice in my life. Or 3 times. 3 times. That happened 3 times. And it made me feel pretty good. But I wear makeup. I cannot go with my bare face. Because if I go with my bare face, I'm just going to scare everyone else. Until they like die and their eyes are going to burn for 10 days. And it's going to be bad. Now, because like, I don't know. This whole entire thing was like a long run-on sentence. So, yeah. So yeah, I just want to talk about that because that really irked me that some 12-year-old was just like, I hate myself because I'm so ugly. And she wasn't really that ugly. I mean, yeah, she had a really dorky hairdo, but you know what? We all go through that dorky hairdo phase. I did.